to determine the location. They will steer you there. They'll get you there, tell you the times, everything that you need. So you'll need to contact the hospitals if you have a physician's order to get tested. Other than that, I just remind everybody to be calm. We're taking this one day at a time. Your leaders are right on top of this here in Caddo Parish, and we're getting everything done we know to get done. We're going to err on the side of being too cautious, and one day you'll say thank you as soon as we're through with all of this. So having said that, I'll introduce Dr. Martha White, followed by the Mayor of Shreveport, and followed by the President of the Caddo Parish Commission.
So really what we want to say to everybody is to realize that the reason why the City Hall is closing is that we're wanting people, we're really trying to err on the side of caution. There's nothing wrong with the building. Everybody's safe in the building. Nobody who is currently ill is in the building. So we want to make sure that you understand that your leadership for the city is just trying to err on the side of caution and do a good cleaning, and they'll be back at work again on Monday. Again, we're telling everybody we knew we had cases here. This is not anything to be afraid of or panicked about, that we'll probably see more cases in the future. Our goal is to try to limit the number of cases that we see. So please pay attention to the orders that have been put in place by the governor. Please understand that when we ask you to stay at home, to make sure you're maintaining your social distance, that it's really to stop the continual rise of cases, so that we can go back to our normal lives as soon as possible. As soon as we see those levels plateau off, then we'll start addressing reopening of these things that we've closed. So please pay attention, please follow those guidelines. Please don't think it doesn't, it's not for you. Everybody's involved. And make sure that you're staying safe and healthy. And one other thing is, if you've been tested, please don't tell everybody you have a presumptive positive. You are not a presumptive positive. Please don't put it on Facebook. Please don't tell your work. Please don't tell your friends. These are just tests. It means that you are under investigation. You are not positive. We've had too many people scaring too many other people by saying they are positive. You've just been tested. Stay home and do what your physician said, and we'll let you know if the test comes back positive.
To the news media, thank you for coming out and getting the information out to the public. I know that's paramount. Sheriff Prater, he's the acting Homeland Security Director, and as he stated, the leadership is doing a great job. I wanted to reiterate that. I know a lot of people have mentioned they haven't seen certain politicians at the forefront. I want you to rest assured that between the sheriff, the mayor, and the Caddo Parish Commission, we are doing everything that we can to make sure that your safety is of utmost importance, and everything is going very good. If you're worried about the 8th floor and Government Plaza being closed down, our chief concern was the safety of our employees and the employees of their family and the Caddo Parish citizens. So we thought it would be the best case scenario to close down Government Plaza, to disinfect the building, and come Monday morning, everything will be back to work as normal. If you guys have any concerns, we're making it on the forefront of the Caddo Parish website to get the acting information from the CDC. You can go on there and get breaking news and find the information that you need to know so that you have one localized focal point. If I could leave the citizens with anything, it's to make sure that they still frequent the local businesses, stay safe, make sure you're sanitary, and don't forget the local workers that are without a job. They need our assistance as well. Look out for your neighbor. Citizens, the Mayor of Shreveport, Adrian Perkins.
How's everybody doing? Once again, I want to thank the news media for being so attentive during this time and allowing us to really put the information out in the community as needed. I'll be doing the honors of closing, and I'm only going to touch on 2 things. The first you've already heard about is going to be the closure of Government Plaza for Thursday and Friday of this week. I want to be clear, We were on the phone with the CDC and the Louisiana Department of Health, and this is not mandatory. This affected one employee on a particular floor. They're taking the precautions on that floor, but we as leadership, myself, the sheriff, the parish, we're being more precautious. So that 48-hour period where we're off is a tactical pause for us in a sense. We're going to gather ourselves, check our systems. We're going to make sure our employees are good to go. And we're also going to thoroughly clean the building. It'll also, because it runs into the weekend, it'll allow anybody that could have possibly been on the edge of people we would usually investigate if they start to show symptoms. So it accomplishes several things. But city services, again, we will do the best on balancing, providing city services, those critical city services to our citizens during this time while taking the right precautions to keep our citizens safe and prevent the spread of this disease. The second thing I want to touch on is the business community. I want to thank each and every one of the businesses in Shreveport that are right now going through these hardships and standing tall. You don't know how many stories I heard just yesterday of employers sending employees homes, still paying employees, and going above and beyond to make sure they're taking care of the service sector in this city. We need them, we rely on them, so thank you for that. Thank you for complying with the governor's orders and the orders of other city leaders. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, I'll be meeting with several business leaders in our community. The Committee 100 will be on the call, both the Chambers of Commerce, the Shreveport Chamber of Commerce, the African American Chamber of Commerce, along with the parish representative, the Community Foundation, and several others to talk about how we can provide some immediate relief to those small business owners and those that are most vulnerable during this time. So again, I want to thank you so much for standing tall and providing those critical city services. And the only thing I want to leave you with is this. To all the citizens of Shreveport, please do not panic right now. As we said when this initially came out in the first press conference, we are prepared and we will persevere. Thank you.
Mayor, what sort of relief are you looking at for local businesses?
We're going to talk about that at 3 o'clock and what's exactly on the table.
Okay. What has been battered about in terms of ideas for those relief?
We haven't had the meeting yet, so I don't want to be presumptive in what the business community tells me. I don't want to pretend like we have all the answers, so I want to hear from them before I put any ideas out.
Mayor, what can I get